turn this out. Oi, it's alive, come along. We're going for a walk around Geelong. Oi, 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 we're going for a walk around Geelong. Oi, 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 we're going for a walk around Geelong.
Hey, how you going? It's a Thursday night, it's 8 o'clock. I've just driven the car and I've parked it. I'm in a Geelong CBD area. I'm going to go for a walk and see what's happening. It looked pretty quiet on the drive in, so see where I end up. I might go down the Waterfront, I might just go around the block, I might just go grab something to eat, but if you want to come along with me, keep watching. Just heading towards Rural Street, which is the main street of Geelong. Across the road is the Nash. Spent heaps of time there in my 20s, seeing bands, and Friday nights and Saturday nights having a few drinks. It's changed a lot now though. It used to be like pretty run down dive bar style, but now it's like a bit of an upper class. Haven't even been there since it's reopened yet. And I've just discovered there's a Mexican place next door now too, so I don't know if it's opened yet, but I might have to go check it out soon. The Telstra building there used to be a KFC before this. I worked there for a few years before I moved on and started working different places, but I was always doing the Saturday night graveyard shifts. Friday night sometimes too, but it's always action there. It's always like no rules for employees or customers really. It's the Frank Costa statue. It was put there last year, the year before. Used to be a businessman in Geelong before he passed away. And he started selling newspapers on this corner as a kid. And then he ended up owning like half of Geelong by the time he died. And it's pretty cool. I like looking at it when I go past. And they're finally doing work on this building. The whole row of shops have been emptied out and gutted in there. I think they put in apartments or offices or more retail shops up there, but it's finally happening. It's been a few years. It's set empty as well for like decades and decades. The 7-Eleven's gone, the kebab shop's gone, which is always popular on the weekends. It's the mall. It's pretty quiet at the moment. It's usually trouble happens here. I think it's mostly during the day the trouble happens, but at the moment it's pretty quiet. This building here as well used to be a theatre. It's been getting worked on for like the last couple of years, and I think it's almost about to be opened up by the looks of it. It's looking pretty good. It's actually pretty quiet. I thought we have like a few homeless people somewhere, but I guess it's pretty cold. It was 9 degrees I think last time I checked as I was getting out of the car, but it's pretty quiet here. Heading down Yarra Street now. It's not too bad for a Thursday now. There's people out, but still pretty quiet. Just walking past Westfield, which is closed. Joins up over there. That's the door here. I don't even know if the supermarket in there's open or not, but I don't need to go there, so I don't need to go find out. I'm on Bram Street now for the eucalyptus trees down the middle. And another entrance to Westfield coming up here. Actually, I'm going to cross the road and go down to the waterfront because it's getting pretty quiet and boring up ahead. So I'll see what I can see down this way. So I'll get hit. There's a statue here. Is it King George, I think? King George, King Edward. Albert Edward. I'm on the grass area now between Sailor's Rest and Edge. Haven't been here for a while, but a little water feature here. That's the old Customs House building, which is now a restaurant. Which is open, but I'm not going to go in. And then you've got these colourful cargo boxes they're supposed to be. Each one's got a different item inside it. It's normally really busy along here on the weekends and in summer especially, but it's the middle of winter on a Thursday night, so there's no one out at all. So even behind me, there's no one. It's where all the AFL teams come and stay when they play against Cats at Novotel. There's also an all-you-can-eat breakfast there as well. Just crossing the road again. See what I can see over here anywhere. It is a pretty quiet night. Even the Ferris wheel straight ahead, it's not turned on. Normally drive past it at night time and it'll be turned on. There's the Hygeia party ship here, party boat. Does cruises all the time, like birthday parties, engagement parties. New Year's Eve does like a fireworks cruise. Australia Day does a fireworks cruise. So it's not operating tonight, but I've never actually been on it yet, but I do want to go on it one day. Heading down towards the carousel and Cane Ampere. The carousel opened up in 2000, but it's like over 100 years old, and it was shipped in from overseas, and they've restored it and put it in this glass building up ahead to protect it. It's pretty popular with families. And this grassed area here, it's usually markets here on the weekends, maybe every second weekend or once a month they have a market here, but they have other things here too, like boat shows. And I think when Geelong won the grand final in 2022, they had the players up on the stage. Just getting up near the carousel now. This is where they put the Christmas tree every year, the floating Christmas tree. It's not here at the moment, it's been pulled down, but that's where it sits for about maybe 2 months. Plays carols up until Christmas night, and then it will play normal music until I think Australia Day weekend or just before it. There's Cane Ampere. Used to be a green shed at the end of it until they converted it into like a restaurant. Used to be Smorgies. Then it closed down, and now it's like different restaurants altogether. I'll try and go for a walk down it. These boom gates are pretty new. They're put there over summer, so I don't know if they still have to lock up these gates at night or not. There's definitely no cars here at all. I don't even think there's anybody fishing on it tonight. There's normally somebody fishing, but I can't even see a fisherman anywhere. So that's it there. I actually do have a drone video where I fly over it, which is just popping up now in the top right hand corner of the screen if you want to watch that after this. So that's Cane and Pier done. And across the road now, go past Deakin University. It's one of 2 campuses in Geelong for Deakin. And I've just realised, well not realised, but remembered that it was in this room here back in 98, I think it was, that I did my first ever web design multimedia course, when the internet was like pretty fresh and still new. I was only a 17 or 18 year old, but yeah, I was definitely in behind these windows here that I did it. It's the new convention centre, which opens up next year. The outside's mostly all done, but it's the inside that they're still working on before it's finished. But it's looking pretty good. It's a motel at the back too. And then the convention centre is down at the front and overlooks the bay. So it's going to be a decent sized building as well once it's opened up, so it's going to be pretty busy and popular, but have to wait until next year for it to open up. On Geelong Street now, around the corner from where it was before. Still walking past Deakin. It's another shot of the convention centre. The entrance to Costa Hall, named after Frank Costa, who I showed earlier. So it's normally where bands come and play, and the Wiggles. I've been here plenty of times. I saw Steve-O there a couple of years ago. Not sure who's coming up, but I've got no tickets for anyone there at the moment. It's not a bad venue. Still on Geelong Street. Across the road here. It's the new council building. They've all been put inside one giant building now. It opened up last year. So we've still got City Hall, which is about 100 metres away, but this is the main offices now. Something a bit more modern. I'll show you City Hall when I get to it. That's the WorkSafe head office. So this tree came from Queen's Park, but I don't know if it's a tree that I always used to look at when I was going to play golf games with my dad. On the back nine it would be. It always stood out in the middle of the fairway, but it's definitely not from being grown here. It's transported, as the plaque says, but it looks exactly like the tree that I think it might. I'll have to go check it out. Maybe even Google Maps. It's the main police station of Geelong. And the courthouse. And the train station. That's pretty old. So it's heritage listed. So they've got to keep the roof and stuff, and I guess the walls in the main building if they ever renovate it. But don't know how old it is, but it's old. And the next trains are at least 20 minutes away, so not gonna wait. That's the Gordon Tafe building. It's been there for over 100 years, I think, as well. It's where you go, you want to study or learn anything. There's more buildings of it down here, but that's the original building just there. That's the state government building as well. Well, everyone in Geelong calls it the upside down building. That's where you go if you want to get your birth certificate or a death notice done, or child protection's in there too, and Department of Justice for the people on corrections orders. But most people just call it the upside down building because it looks like it's upside down, but it's not really. It's just like an upside down triangle. And this is Johnson's Park. It's been here for, apparently used to be a swamp. And they turned into like a city park area. There's like a bandstand in the middle. Just make sure that Walk into a bench. They sometimes have like little festivals in here. They have the Anzac Day service as well in the bandstand, which is in this video up in the top right now. That's the War Memorial. And that's the library, which might look better during the day, but I'll have to come back another time to do that. So it's been open for a while now, and this big chrome ball type thing reminds me of the one in Chicago, the Bean, which is a lot bigger. Across the road you got the art centre, which looks like it's got a drape over the top of it, or a curtain. It only opened up last year, I think it was. Not sure who's playing there, I can go have a look, but it's not bad inside. It's a little cafe here, never been to it yet, but probably should just to try it out. Then up here around the corner they got all the posters on the wall of like past performances. It used to be in the corridor. They've actually made a bigger mural at the front now. It's a stage door if anyone's ever playing here. That's where they go in. That's in there. Back on Geelong Street, just crossing over the road. So that's City Hall. And for years that tree on the left has bugged me because it doesn't make the building look as nice as what it should have, that tree being in the way. It'd look a lot better if that tree was gone, but it's probably a special tree that someone's donated, but they can't get rid of. But it just doesn't line up properly with one side having a tree, one side not having a tree. Maybe it's just me. It's a mural inside the car park just across the road. There's a few books with Geelong links, like Where the Wild Things Are. That was turned into a movie. It's filmed just outside Geelong at Little River. What else is there? The Comeback. It's about the cats. The Voyage of the Poppy Kettle. That's based in Geelong. There's also a statue which I walked past before I didn't even film. I can't find any more, but there was a few. Maybe it was just 2 or 3. I'm going to walk down Little Mallet Street now. It just turned into a pretty popular area. Well, the west side of it is pretty popular. The east side, where the mall is not so popular. And it's pretty quiet down here too for a Thursday night. Well, it is 20 to 10 at the moment, so I guess it should be pretty quiet, but Maybe tomorrow night be a bit busier. There's some good street art and murals around here too, but they're probably better to be done during the day when you can see them a bit better. There's one around here, I'll show you though. It's James Street, pretty quiet. Saturday nights it's pretty chaotic down there. That's Chrissy Amphlett, the lead singer of the Vinyls. She's from Geelong. She's died now, but when did she die? She died in 2013. And then this one up here is William Barnett. It's like one of the last surviving Aborigines in Geelong when the white people came here and they had to live outside of Geelong. And he's buried in Geelong at the Western Cemetery. Just noticed some more up here. But I'd definitely come back and do a daytime video of them all. Just down another laneway. I can't see any more murals or anything, but there's definitely a heap in this area. That's Parker Steakhouse. It's a pretty nice place to eat. I haven't been there for a while though. And then here's the Eureka. Spent plenty of time there in my 20s as well. It's a pretty popular spot. Lots of memories. Some that I probably can't even remember anymore. And then got this up there. I wouldn't call it a mural, but I'm not sure what they're doing here, but the building's nothing, but I forget they demolished the building and it's gone. But I don't know what they're doing there. There might be something around the front. But that's where I was before with the 7-Eleven. It's gone. It's the other side of Melville Street. Half of these shops are all closed too, as well as the ones here. So hopefully like a couple of years time it's all back to normal, a bit more livelier. Just walking past Frank again. Going on to Mallet Street now. Got another mural here on the side of a building. So I see this one all the time when I drive past it, but it's alright. Just walking past the cinema. Probably get closed. I want to go see the new F1 movie. Comes out today actually, 26th. Find some time to go see that when I'm not too busy. So that building across the road there used to be a bank. Then it used to be a chicken place, Colonial Peters, that was a silly place to put it because it was right across the road from the KFC that was here. That didn't last too long. Then it was a record shop. Then it was a, I think it was a Chinese restaurant, which didn't last too long. Now they're going to turn it into a indoor golf centre. So, it's not opened up yet, but it'll be opened up soon. So a little shortcut got blocked off, but it just means I get to walk past Pop Culture, which is a pretty popular shop. I'm always in here buying stuff, or just going for a browse and having a look. They've got a heap of Funko Pops that you can get, and all other stuff is little gizmos. I actually watched Gremlins the other night. Haven't seen it for years, but I enjoyed watching it. So I might go watch Gremlins 2 sometime soon when they're in New York. It's coming up the hill and there's a little laneway here, and then I'll be at my car. Okay, I'm back in the car now. I just went for a walk about 2 hours around Geelong, down the waterfront, through the mall, to the train station, past the police station, past the courthouse. And if you got this far and watched the whole thing, make sure to hit like or subscribe or leave a comment and let me know what you like about Geelong or what you want me to film next. So, till next time, see ya.